this whole YouTube experience has given me the opportunity um, to notice a lot of things that I hadn't noticed before. For example, like I've always been pretty good at talking, and but I never felt like as self conscious about it until I get in front of this camera and start talking. Like I feel like the past days I was focused on just practicing, but now like all I can think about is, am I talking about something with substance that like makes sense? And because usually the conversations I have with people are philosophical and deep, and I guess my goal whenever I'm having a conversation is for people to leave the conversation feeling better after it, or at least feeling better by me making them laugh or something like that. But I've really had a chance to measure my performance, man, and I felt that during this 3 weeks, Tuesday it'll be a month that I've been uploading, or technically the beginning of my fourth week, right? Something like that. But I would have spent some time doing this already, and I don't feel like I've made huge improvements. Like I don't get that many views, but what's interesting is I've seen other people's channel, and there are people that have been doing it for 5 years, 6 years, like uploading regularly, at least once a month or more than that. One other person I seen, he's been uploading every day, but I told myself intellectually that this whole experience wasn't about being viewed or being accepted or becoming popular by having a lot of subscribers. But I told myself intellectually again that this was an experience to uh, get better at something that I've never tried, and I guess like have an opportunity to grow. The truth is, um, when I got out of the military, I was diagnosed with a mental disorder, and it's a unspecified mood disorder or something like that with anxiety and agoraphobia. Like I guess what that whole experience taught me when I was in the military is just to be more cautious with people, not because of what they taught me there, which kind of helped, but I wanted to believe in the goodness in people, which I still do believe to a degree. But when I was there, I went through a horrible like situation where I realized that friends don't exist. Don't exist. And I realized that I was my only friend at that time. And the whole reason I had gotten to that situation is because I felt alone. I left my home when I was 19, or yeah, 19. I went to Marine Corps boot camp at that age, and my father had gone away. Um, and my mom was here with my brothers, and I knew she was going to need help financially. Not only that, but I mean, I had heard or like researched online, and they made it seem like the military was kind of lucrative for some reason, but I never had any family member that was in the military, so I decided to join. And I realized that every 2 weeks you get paid $500, and it wasn't enough to help my mom and my dad and stuff, but it was it was good that I was away from home. Like my mom didn't have to worry about that. During that time, I stayed at home and I helped like with cleaning the house twice a day because of like a legal problem that my family were in, and I made sure the house was impeccable in case anybody came to check up on the house because of the legal issue. And I would pick up, drop off my brothers, and make food and exercise and make sure I was ready for the military. So I would spend 2 hours cleaning in the morning, 2 hours cleaning in the evening, exercising to get ready, and then picking brothers up, dropping them off, cooking, and again cleaning after myself and washing their clothes, hanging it up because my mom, she worked 6 to 6, and Again, like I don't want to go into details, but we were going through a really difficult time. At that time, I thought that I was gonna be on I wanted to pursue a career in music, but things got worse financially, and I we didn't have any groceries, and I decided to sell all my music equipment, and that's when I decided to go to the military because I was looking for just a regular job part time. But most of the jobs I had before that time were under the table, so it's not really something you could put on your resume. After seeing that, putting in countless applications, I just decided to go into the military. I went to talk to the recruiters and set up a year later, like a year in between, so I can help my family. And I sold my microphone and all that stuff, all my equipment, bought the groceries, and just put that dream aside. I just thought that it would never be possible again. So I went into the military and I did my time there. I got out honorably, but towards the end, I did realize that there's no such thing as friends, and all the friends I used to be kind of popular in school. And when I graduated, I noticed everyone like drifted apart. No one kept in touch, even though I tried to keep in touch with everyone. And not only that, but a few friends backstabbed me. So I realized that life was easier just by myself. But I don't know. The only thing I could think about is like this story when I was in boot camp, and one of my family members had to turn themselves in, like, because they were gonna go to jail already, like their time was up. They had sent them a letter, and I remember calling that person and then just like trying to just tell them about how sorry I was that I wasn't like the perfect individual. Like even though I tried, like I was just so far from who I wanted to be, and I felt like I had put too much burdens on them and stuff. And it was a difficult time, man. But like I got out of the military thinking everything was gonna be perfect and that I was gonna be able to provide for my family again. But then I started having, like, I guess I was really good at stuffing stuff into my, like, stuffing stuff down, and before I knew it, like, I exploded. And I didn't want to be that way. I didn't want to be destructive and not helpful. So I went to talk to a psychiatrist and a therapist, and got on medication and stuff. And I realized like I was sleeping all my days away. I had got out of shape. I gained 70 pounds during that time. As soon as I started taking the medication, but I just didn't want to be I just didn't want to be broken anymore. Uh, so like I don't know, man. Like this whole experience has just taught me that I care too much about, like, still about being like popular and stuff. Like I upload, and like sometimes I wonder like why my videos aren't doing that good or whatever. But I've just started, you know. But usually in other things, like I'm pretty good at first. So like I don't know. When I was younger, I had a girlfriend, right? And I just became overly obsessed with this girl. And when like I was like I felt like I was in love. Anyways, like she broke up with me and stuff, and during that time, like I would cry like every day, man. Like I just like wanted that. I just wanted her back and stuff like that. But now I realize, like looking back, that it was just like an obsession thing. And what I now realize about that whole situation is like sometimes your brain or the universe or God or whatever orchestrates the situation so that you're able to process emotions that you've had stuffed in there for a long time. So, for example, like when I was growing up, like as a kid, you know, like from ages like 1 to 10, I'll say, my my mom would always let it be known that she didn't want to like have me, you know, but my dad did, and she didn't want to deny him a kid. So she had me, and then so because of the financial burden of having another kid, my dad had to work away from the home, and we would never see him. And like my mom would kind of blame me for that. Would blame me because above all else, like I know that she loves my dad more than even her kids, and she didn't want to deny him the opportunity of having a child. And when they did have me, apparently like I was just like I messed up her body and stuff. It's kind of funny to think about that she would like tell me these things, and sometimes they would be mad, man, and she would take it out on me. So I just kept stuffing that down because I didn't understand it. Like they would get in an argument, and for any little thing, she would just blow up and like hit me and slap me in the face and crazy stuff like that. And I know that she's sorry about all these things and she didn't mean to. It's just the way the world works, I guess. But during that time, man, like I felt like an obstacle, you know, like I robbed her from her happiness, and I just felt bad that like my dad couldn't spend time with us because of me. Anyways, uh I felt like well, what I realized was that the relationship I had got in was just for me to process those emotions that I had, and I never processed them fully, obviously, because look, like I still have an emotional reaction to it. But I want to use this platform to be honest and to become better, because honestly, I don't like the direction my life is taking right now, and I'm trying, but I just don't know how to fix myself, you know? Anyways, this whole experience has taught me that there's a lot of emotions I still have that I haven't processed. That if I stick to this platform and just be honest and continue to keep recording myself and stuff, that I'll keep working through these emotions, because uh, like what I'm now realizing is the whole reason I care about the videos, excuse me, is because I want to feel wanted. Like I've never processed that, and man, I just want to keep trying. I want to be better. I don't like the way my life is going, and I know that if I keep working on it, and hopefully later have a support system of people that are willing to listen to me, and you know, like man, like it feels so liberating, because like most of the time I wonder why I have certain problems or why I act a certain way, but I know that it's all because of what points back to my childhood. But I'm studying Taoism so I can learn to let it go, because everything in life is yin and yang and positive and negative, and everything that has happened to me negatively has all because like I have a lot of positive characteristics too. But I think all those things allowed me to be the way I am, you know. Like just like I love giving the example of roses. Like roses aren't roses if they don't have thorns, you know. Like they have thorns. Like even during the winter when all the leaves fall off and the roses fall off, there's nothing but thorns on the bush. But as soon as the seasons come in, like you get to see the beautiful flower, And it's the same with me, you know. I think it's all a process of accepting and surrendering. And that's the phase of life that I'm in now. And although I couldn't provide anything of of value in this video, like I do want to offer up authenticity and honesty so that I can grow. Like I need to grow past that feeling of wanting to be popular, because it all points back to my childhood of me just wanting to feel wanted, you know. So, and man, this is a beautiful experience that it's allowed me to do this. And I mean, sometimes it feels like it gets harder. Like every day that passes, and I want to keep uploading and stuff like that. Like it feels harder each day, but I feel like I get something in return as soon as I do that. So yeah, so I guess that's it for this video. And I mean, I don't even know what to title it, but I'll catch you guys next time for a better video, I guess. Peace out.